last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued.
From the site of Super Bowl 56, set to be contested this upcoming February, we are at the gorgeous new SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert. Midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to
Speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
The ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A gain of 16.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The Pro Bowler, Chris Harris, is in on the tackle.
He's brought down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Third down.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And it's complete. Henry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal from the 6. They'll try and run forward with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7, Chargers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle will be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
At the 46-yard line.
Herbert flush to his right. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And a give this time to the tailback. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Tackled by Kenneth Murray. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 50-yard.
They'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
1 yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going to look downfield for a hit. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Titans 14. Chargers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A.J. Green, 77 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace is already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And the Titans first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The ball carrier.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Play action. It's Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
Tannehill's pass.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there. First down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
On the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to hell and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. These guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Tannehill's pass intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. He's got first down and then some in midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
15 yards. First down, Titans.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
The tackle by
a nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On second down now, it's Henry. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
He was
on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
The ball carrier.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Second and 9. Tannehill. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tyrell Williams. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Joe Reed returning. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And able to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill.
It seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 20.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Titans 21, Chargers 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Second and 9. Tannehill. He's going to look down. He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans.
Tannehill's pass.
3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28, Chargers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw again. Herbert. He's going to let it go again. And that'll be incomplete. Herbert took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Titans 28, Chargers 14.
Herbert throwing again. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
At the 46.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. On first and 10, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
The Titans 29-yard line.
Herbert back to the air. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
First and 10 at the
Herbert on first down now. Being chased out left. It's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The
All you gotta do is look and learn.
10.
Look and learn, baby.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
30-yard line.
Here's Stick on first and 10. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Second and 10.
Throwing again. Herbert. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
First down carry for Henry. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Henry, the Titan ball.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Defensively, they know the situation. They stacked the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call.
Well, it wasn't so much that it looked like the offense was threatening. They were. I mean, they had great field position, but how about the defense on that one? Huge stop on 3rd down. It wasn't just a stop. Look at the loss of yardage, and it changes the play calling and the thought process for the offense now. Big-time play for the D, and now they have the advantage.
They snap it to Tannehill. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
You don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. It's 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Number 23.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Taken from about the 12. Return is going to be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's taking the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
He's going to let it fly. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Oh, that's the way to run the
by
ball.
Kevin Byard. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
I know I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's Brett Kern now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They're in the 4th quarter in Denver. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4. Today's final score type of
big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Titans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Chargers,